Volvo proved with its latest XC90 that premium 7-seat SUVs can still sell on their droves when fitted with a 4-cylinder diesel engine, and the new Land Rover Discovery is following suit by launching with a 237 bhp version of the firm's 2.0-litre Ingenium 4-cylinder turbodiesel. And there's one key reason why the British brand has been able to offer a downsized motor, and that's weight. Or rather the lack of it. With an aluminium monocoque underpinning this 5th-generation Discovery as opposed to its predecessor's twin-chassis ladder-frame design, the Land Rover is now a lot lighter. Fitted with the 4-cylinder diesel tested here, the curb weight has not so much as been chafed but slashed by 480 kilograms. This has some big benefits. The first is performance. With 500 Nm of torque, the SD4 engine will accelerate the new Discovery from 0-62 miles per hour in 8.3 seconds. It's not what you'd call fast, but it's only 0.2 slower than the more potent V6 diesel, which has 100 Nm more torque over the benchmark Sprint. Mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox that manages changes seamlessly, the engine delivers its power in a smooth and progressive fashion. There's no great gain to be had by working it hard, as revving it makes its 4-cylinder configuration more apparent compared to the smoother V6. Instead, it's much more appropriate to use the torque and let the gearbox keep the engine in its sweet spot. It's more refined here, too. The second benefit of the weight saving is efficiency. Downsizing means claimed fuel economy is up to 43.5 mpg, while CO2 stands at 171 grams/kilometers. As a result, the Land Rover should be much cheaper to run than before, especially if you're a company car buyer, thanks to its low emissions and the car's relatively affordable £43,495 starting price and entry-level S-spec. Even this bottom rung of the range gets air suspension as standard, which contributes towards the Disco's impressive refinement. Land Rover says it's pretty much on a par with a Range Rover in terms of noise inside, which is high praise indeed. It feels it, too. The aluminium chassis uses a similar architecture and suspension components to the Range Rover, and the damping gives the Discovery a similarly languid, unhurried feeling on the move. The roads on our test route in Utah were mostly smooth, so we'll have to wait to see how the car deals with broken British tarmac. But over the poorer surfaces we encountered, the Discovery smothered bumps with welcome composure. Over the worst impacts you can still feel a gentle jolt, but given the big wheels, it still rides well for such a large car. But that's because it is large. And there's no cheating physics. The body is now 141 mm longer than before, while the wheelbase has also grown by 38 mm compared with its predecessor. It's relatively agile, though. The steering is light but responds well, with adequate levels of grip on offer. There's no active roll control, so the big, tall Disco does lean a little in corners, but the focus here is on comfort rather than nimbleness, so even with its newfound, keener sense of agility through direction changes, it still feels cumbersome at times. There's plenty of space inside. Land Rover claims 2 fully grown adults will be comfy in the third row, and jumping into the very back seats it's obvious there's plenty of room. Unlike some 7-seaters, your knees don't touch the seats in front. Headroom is also good, while stadium seating for the rear 2 rows means the view out isn't too bad, also giving the Discovery its traditional step in the roof along with a few other distinctive styling cues such as the clamshell bonnet and slanted C-pillar.